truly, I thought they were getting Powerpuff packed up in this episode. So there were several comments on the last Powerpuff video that I made of people saying that that episode traumatized them alongside the Magician episode. And I'm like, what Magician episode are y'all talking about? Like, I don't remember a Magician episode. What are y'all talking about? And I found it and I watched it and y'all was right. It was good though. Let's get into it. So Abra Cadaver is the name of the episode. And just like the last video, it's one of those things where you're a child, you don't know what a cadaver is. So you really don't even know what you're about to get into. And it opens up with the mayor and the girls at a magic place, like a theater. And the mayor is basically telling them, like, yo, this is one of the oldest buildings in Townsville. And I used to go here all the time when I was a kid. And then he do this. And I didn't really like that. But anyways, they're there to see it destroyed. And before they destroy it, the mayor basically is like, oh, do you guys understand the history behind this building? And Miss Bellum is like, just say yes. And the girl's like, no.
Girls, have I ever told you the story of this old theater?
Just say yes.
No!
Well, splendid.
And so the mayor starts telling them the story about the history of the building, where there was a magician, and back in the day, he used to do all these tricks, and he was super popular. And one day, the mayor was there, and he asked for a volunteer, and he wanted to be picked, and he wasn't picked. But this little girl that looks like a Powerpuff Girl, so I don't know why that was. I understand why it was later on in the episode, but nobody else looks like the Powerpuff Girl, so where'd she come from? But anyways, he picks her, and she has a teddy bear, and he makes her teddy bear disappear, and she's super sad, and she pants him, I guess, like out of grief. And all of his tricks start being exposed, and everybody starts laughing at him, and he's so like discombobulated and distraught that he falls into a spiked, like the chokey joint, and he dies. Like, bro's dead. Anyways, so all this time passes, nobody ever moved his body. Like, they just left it in the building and moved on with their lives. And so they're there to destroy the building, actually. And so the mayor is like, do it, boom, 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 boom. And he destroys the building. But one of the wrecking balls hits the chokey, and it opens, and bro resurrects for whatever reason. Like, it doesn't really explain why he's magical now, like how he came back from the dead. We ball. So for whatever reason, when he comes back, he also has like magical powers, and he's doing all this illusion type magic and putting people in these situations. So he's turning people into like boxes being sawed in half. He's turning them into playing card decks, trees. He turns a school bus of kids into a giant rabbit with little baby rabbits on its back. And he does this trick where he makes a bunch of saws that are chopping buildings down. And the mayor is like, Miss Bellum, do you see this saw moving towards us? And she's like, yes, but do you see that the city is under attack? And he's like, I think my hat's under attack. Call the haberdasher. I'm gonna put it right here.
Miss Bellum, do you see this saw I see?
Yes, but can't you see that all of Townsville is under attack?
I think my hat's under attack. Call the haberdasher.
But he calls the girls, and they jump because they're watching a scary movie at the time about zombies. And Blossom's like, hello. And he's like, Blossom, my hat's been destroyed. Oh, and the city's being attacked by a zombie with magical powers. And Blossom goes, what?
My favorite hat's been ruined, and, yeah, Townsville's under attack by an evil demented zombie magician.
Like, I think, obviously, like, it's season 1, so the voice actors, they're in their bag right now because they want more seasons to come, in my opinion, but that was funny. And so the girls leave, and they go out to fight. So the girls, terrified, mind you, pull up to the zombie, and they make Blossom go and talk to him. So she tugs on his robe, and she goes, excuse me, Mr. Zombie, sir. Can you stop destroying the city, please? And the zombie turns around and looks at her, and he's like, you, because remember, old girl from back in the day looks just like one of the Powerpuff Girls. Also, none of these people were born when you got embarrassed in front of all those people. Like the mayor, of course, but nobody that he was inflicting damage upon was around the mayor's age. So they had nothing to do with nothing. And he turned the dog into a monster. No, he got the dog chased by like a fire hydrant that he turned into a dog monster or something like that. Like, that dog wasn't around when you had to do the dog like that. And these children that you're slaughtering low-key weren't even born. Like, their parents probably weren't even born. So you're taking everything out on the wrong person. But he thinks he got the right person now because Blossom looks just like the little girl from back in the day. So he hypnotizes her, and now she's under hypnosis, and Buttercup socks him, bong, hits him right into the wall, and he falls into like multiple pieces. And she goes, sorry to break up your act. And so he puts himself back together magically. He's magic and a zombie. And he puts Buttercup in one of those boxes that are getting sawed in half. And then he, like, Bubbles tries to run away. Crazy. And she gets like caught in a bag, and the bag gets thrown in a water. Like, she's gonna drown. She's gonna die. And then he wraps up Blossom with like the hanky that comes out of Magician's mouth, and he like yo-yos her towards a chokey, and then she comes back. and he yo-yos her again, and it's longer, and she comes back. And then he yo-yos her again, and she gets smacked in the chokey. And it sucks because everybody's like, oh, ah. And then the narrator goes, and there goes the magic from the Powerpuff Girls being wiped out, or something like that. And they're dead. And then Blossom pulls off a mask, and she's the magician. She goes, ta-da, and she goes over to Buttercup, puts her back together, opens it up. Buttercup is done, but her feet are still like wiggling in, and she opens that up, and it's bubbles, and then there's nobody in the bag in the water. And the mayor's like, well, how did you do that? And Blossom goes, magic. And the episode ends like that. Blossom in the chokey was the magician. So they re-killed the magician. Crazy. They packed him up. And so that's how the episode ends. No, yeah, this is how we did that. I'm like, whatever. They really do just like magician never reveals their secrets to us. And it was a good episode. I liked it.